So we've been learning how to do chords based on your scale, or just learning triads 1 through 5. We've learned how to do them by counting out through major thirds and minor thirds. Now we're just going to look at the scales and the order of the chords.
Learning how music works will help any musician in every way. Speaking music.
Every single major scale has the same order of major and minor chords. If we look here, your major scale will always have first a major chord for your first note of the scale. Your second note will be the beginning of a minor chord. Third note, minor chord, major chord, minor chord, and diminished. Sometimes you'll just see these written out in Roman numerals. So the first one is an I, second one, 2 little i's, sometimes with a minus sign because it's minor, then 3 little i's, IV, which is major for 4, V for 5 major, VI minor for 6 minor, and then VII for 7, which is diminished. So with that formula, if we're talking about the normal chords in the scale, let's take a look at C. Our one chord, which is C, would be C major. Then we have D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then B diminished. Now, the way I always see this, and some people like to see it this way, some people don't. Just take off this 7th chord. We're not going to use it very much for diminished, and it's easier to remember the rest without it. So now what we have is the first one is major, the last one, or the 6th one, is minor. Then in between they swap. So major to begin with, 2 minors, 2 majors, and the minor to end. So it's that perfect symmetry again. Major to begin, minor to end. 2 minors after the first one, and then 2 majors. So major, minor, minor, major, major, and minor. So let's look at what this would look like in any of these scales. So we already did C, so let's look at G. So it'd be G major, A minor and B minor, C major and D major, E minor, and that's it. The last one obviously would be diminished. In D, we would have D major, E minor and F sharp minor, G major and A major, B minor, and C sharp diminished. In the A scale, be A major, B minor and C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, and we're back to A. E scale, once again, the same formula, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, B major, C sharp minor, and D sharp diminished, and then back to E. And our B scale, which is mostly sharps, B major, C sharp minor, D sharp minor, E major, F sharp major, G sharp minor, A sharp diminished, and back to B again. So what is so great about this? Well, a few different things. It allows you to do a lot of quick, on-the-fly mental changes. If you know the order chord pattern of a song, which we'll be getting to a little bit later, then say the chord pattern is we're in the key of C, and it goes C, G, F, A minor. So that would be, we would just say the chord pattern is 1, 5, 4, and 6. And so you could plug that chord pattern now into any key and just change the key of the song. So if you're playing this in the key of A, 1 would be A, 5 would be E, and then 4 would be D, F sharp minor would be 6. So you would just play that chord pattern. So it allows you to do things like that, but also allows a whole bunch of people to kind of play together and know where you're at without having to have the sheet music all written down. You can kind of just meld together a little bit easier. When you're just talking about the Roman numerals, sometimes this is called Nashville chords.
Learn more about music theory in a simple and practical way on our website and our full music theory book. In it, we teach about the keys, the chords, transposing, modes, and the basics of sheet music. Speaking music.